Hey, my name is AJ Mirzad. I'm going to teach you how to build a high profit, low stress online coaching business without having a big email list or a large social media following. Now, this entire presentation is action packed. I have nothing to sell you. My biggest intention is to give you as much value as possible. And if you stay until the end, I'm going to share with you a powerful sales process where you could sell up to $50,000 in online coaching in a single phone call. So whether you sell a $1,000 program, $5,000 or $50,000 year-long program, you'll get a tremendous amount of value by this process. Now, first and foremost, what is your biggest intention? What is the outcome you want to get out of watching this? I find when you set an intention, oftentimes you get what you ask for. My biggest intention is to add a ton of value to you. I love serving, and I find that when I add value, my goodwill goes up and I help a lot of people in the process. So let's jump right in. Have your intention in mind, and keep in mind we'll be going super fast. So please allow me to talk fast, deliver as much value as I can in the shortest amount of time. And sometimes I might say something inappropriate. I just speak from the heart. I'm all about passion and serving at the highest level. Most importantly, let go. I like to let go of ego, let go of any type of negativity, and at the same time, allow myself to experience full freedom in the present moment. And right now, I need your undivided attention so I could allow you to let go of anything that holds you back and flow into everything that gives you freedom, flow, and fulfillment. I'm all about teaching how to build a high profit, low stress lifestyle business that's based around living life on your own terms. And as you know, once you create a life by design and you have a business that funds that, everything just falls into place and you reach the highest levels of fulfillment while serving with your superpower. But most importantly, we want to talk about the most important resource that we have at our disposal today. What do you think that is? Well, that's very simply focus, right? Right now, we're just inundated with so many things that compete for our attention. Smartphones, the internet, all different types of things that zap our focus, which is a precious resource. So I need your undivided attention here. And if you could please turn off your phone, turn off any type of distraction, your social media, just be in a place where you have no notifications. You can give your undivided focus and attention to this presentation, because I'll be sharing a lot of great information, but the biggest thing is a transformation, changing your limiting beliefs on what's possible on building an online coaching business, and most importantly, how you could take away a lot of these insights and apply it to your life right after the presentation. So we're just going to try to get this done in the shortest amount of time possible. I'm going to fly through everything, and just like I said, bring a notepad, take lots of notes. I'm going to give you some exercises to write down some things. So ideally, you have this presentation, a pen, and a paper, and that is all that you need. I'm going to talk about the power of handwriting very soon, but we're going to get clear on your big vision and exactly what you need to bring it into reality. Now, this entire business came to me as a vision that I made into reality, and I'm going to share with you every single step of the way so you could get it done a lot faster and not make all the mistakes that I made in the past. So who am I? Who the hell am I to teach you about all this stuff? Well, I'll go into my background. I'm a best-selling author. I'm the owner of Life Fuel Fit. It's an online fitness program, and also host the Online Super Coach podcast. We're running that for a few years now. I've coached over 600 people to build their online coaching businesses, and I interview a lot of my students on my podcast, sharing their wins, having case studies. I'm a big believer that results are the best marketing. So I strive on getting the best results and sharing exactly what people did to get to where they are. I run the Online Super Coach Mastermind, where it's really about the 3 pillars: attract, sell, and serve to build your dream online business. I created the first online coaching certification called the COC, COC for short. That is my idea of imperfect action. I just got it out into the market, and I forgot the acronym. May be an offensive word, but keep in mind, it did really well. Got thousands of people certified as an online coach, and just love serving and sharing what I've done to build my own business. And I've been a business mentor and coach for 12 years. This is what I love to do. help people to find their superpower and build an online business all around it. And I'm addicted to peanut butter. Do you like peanut butter? You know, it's like one of those things where I can't have a jar of peanut butter around me. I'm like a crackhead around that stuff. I can't stop eating it once I start. And I've been experimenting with this for many years, and that is taking 2 naps a day. Of course, I'm not sleeping all day long, but I find when I take 2 20-minute sessions, typically at noon and 6 o'clock, it recharges me. I don't sleep every single time. Sometimes I go into a deep meditation or visualization, but I do find that when you have time to recharge your mind, you initiate a lot of creativity, energy, and focus throughout the day. And I'm a big believer in testing out different sleep patterns. And, the two naps a day, 2 me times a day has made a big difference. In fact, I would not be the man I am today without my naps. So here is a high point in my life. I was inducted into the Fitness Hall of Fame for bringing online coaching to the industry. This happened very recently and was a very, very high point. But before I talk about all the highs, let's talk about the lows. This was the lowest point in my life. And as you can see here, it might be a shock of how I even made it to the Fitness Hall of Fame. I was extremely overweight a big part of my life. You can see it all. Big old chipmunk cheeks, I had boy boobies, and a big fat belly. Now, my weight was caused by a lot of trauma that I experienced as a child. You see, my parents came to this country and they were immigrants. And the biggest problem was that my father went through a lot of stuff coming here. A lot of his pride was taken away and unfortunately took it out on myself and my family. So he became very abusive, drank alcohol, and just caused a lot of trauma for myself, my 3 younger brothers, and my mother. Growing up, I often heard him call me fat, stupid, lazy, and he would beat me for no reason. But what really affected me was him hitting my mom. And it was just horrible for me, being the oldest in the family, seeing 2 people that you love in a very violent situation. I would hear them arguing, cursing, getting disrespectful, and then a slap. I was paralyzed as a young boy, didn't know what to do. And this went on for many, many years. And those of you who have been through a tough childhood or suffered through abuse or domestic violence, you know it's very, very traumatic. And this led me to eat. Unfortunately, food became my comfort. And I would just stuff myself until I couldn't eat anymore, until I wanted to vomit, until I can just numb the pain. And unfortunately, as I got older, the food turned into alcohol. And I was just drinking until I blacked out, till I just did stupid things that I regretted. You know, I would not drink just to have fun. I would drink to black out. Drinking led to drugs, where I got into doing cocaine, ecstasy, crystal meth, painkillers, Vicodin, Xanax. And at first it was doing the drinking, taking the drugs, and then it was combining everything. And of course, you know what that happens. It leads to an overdose. And you would think you overdose and you wake up. Unfortunately, the pain was so severe that it just went worse and worse with this bad traumatic habit. I was in a lot of pain and it caused a lot of suffering. The worst thing happened when I was in a severe coma. I was essentially pronounced dead. I was in a hospital. At that point, everyone knew about my deep, dark secret, and it was just very tragic and very shameful. They would come and see me in this horrible state. And being in that state, coming out of it, realizing that I could have died that day, really changed my life. You know, unfortunately, a lot of times we have to go through a rock bottom moment to make a change. And for me, being in a coma made me realize that I have to change my life and I have to draw a line in the sand and do something different. And because of that, I vowed to become the best person I could be. I started studying personal development, started reading books. At that point, I never really read a book outside of what I read in school. And I focused on my health and fitness. I started a journal and just said, you know what? I was given a second chance and I'm super grateful. And what I want to do is help people get out of pain and really create their ideal lifestyle. And I started my business about 6 months after coming out of the coma. And from that point on, I began to lose weight. I lost 60 pounds, studied exercise science and nutrition in college, became a personal trainer. And over time, I just vowed to help people become healthy, become confident, and really become the best version of themselves. And then after I started my personal training business, I realized how important the mind was, and I got my master's in psychology. And that just led me to understand so much about the human mind and really to help others create a powerful transformation. So over time, I became a better man, and I just vowed to take everything that I've learned to help more people with the mind, body, business, and really just turning my life around, getting rid of toxic friends, reading good inspirational books, investing in myself. And the biggest thing was understanding forgiveness, because I had a lot of anger growing up. I had a lot of pain. And of course, I didn't have anyone to talk to, anyone to vent to. And what you reveal, you start to heal. So I basically started to forgive everyone. And I realized that my parents did the best they could with what they have. And to be quite honest, looking back on it, all those challenges, all those pains made me very humble. And no matter where I'm in my life, I could always go back and understand how bad things were. I grew up very poor with nothing in a very challenging household. And now I have a lot of empathy for people, because I just want to be where they are, and I feel their pain, and I just want to help people get out of pain. And we're going to talk about that is a big part of your business, solving problems and healing pain. So from my life changing, I came to realize that in a lot of ways, I'm not in control. We go through these ups, we go through these downs, and at the end of the day, this is my quote on life: when you let go, life will just flow. I have it over my fireplace to look at it every single day. And when things are going bad, I just say, I got to let go. I'm not in control. I'm doing the best I can. And I always say, just do your best and forget the rest. And it really helped me tremendously. And what actually helped me a lot was, coming out of the hospital and being in this place of studying personal development and becoming a better man, quitting the drugs and sobering up. I read this exercise called the Ideal Day in a book called The Success Principles. And it made me realize that I could write out my ideal day and then set a target towards making that my reality. And if you've never done this exercise, I highly suggest it. You can even pause this presentation or do it afterwards. But all you have to do is write out your ideal day from morning to night. From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, how would you like your life to look, your business to look, your relationships, your fitness, everything, right? What do you do when you wake up? What do you do in the afternoons? What do you do in the evenings? Who do you spend it with? And most importantly, who do you serve? So at that time, I was just struggling, just confused with a lot of stuff with business and life, but it gave me a powerful target. And I did it, 10 years ago. And over the 10 years, I'm happy to say I made 90% I wrote inside that book, my reality. And there's a big power in handwriting. In fact, your thumb is connected to your brain. And that's why I've been journaling ever since I got out of that near-death experience. And when you write things down, you embed it deep in your subconscious hard drive. And I just found that, a lot of things that I didn't think were possible became possible, because I would work so hard to make a few $1,000s a month. And then once I realized that if I have a big vision, I have a big why, and I'm adding value and helping others, things just flow into place, right? I think when you really understand your superpower, which we're going to get into very soon, capitalize on it and serve people at the highest level, things just flow and fall into place. So when you do the ideal day exercise, really get into a place where, anything is possible. There are no limits, right? What really lights you up? What fires you up? And a big thing for me was suspending disbelief and knowing that anything is possible, especially coming out of a near-death experience. It made me realize, wow, if I would have died that day, I would have been, nothing. Like, born this day, died that day, didn't accomplish much. But to have a new why, to leave a legacy, to help others, that changed my life tremendously. So I watched the movie The Secret, and there's some good things about it, some bad things about it. But the biggest thing I learned was having a vision board. So when I wrote down my ideal day, I had a vision of this massive house where I could serve people. I called it the transformation house, where it was big. It could fit 10, 20, 40, 50 people. I have extra bedrooms where people could sleep over. And from there, I could just serve and give and transform lives. I grew up very, very poor. It was 5 of us in a 1-bedroom apartment. And coming into this country for many years, we were on welfare, public assistance, and food stamps. So seeing this poverty that I grew up in, I had a big vision of now living in abundance and helping others in the process. So imagine my, fears, because at the time I was very poor and I was actually living with my parents trying to figure things out, but this was a dream. And I cut out all the big visions that I had and I put it on my bedroom wall. And then from there, I said, I have to add a ton of value every single day and serve at the highest level. And if I do this consistently, I can achieve my goals. And I'm happy to say that very recently, I moved into my dream house, which was similar to what I had on the wall. And I realized how to get it done, because it was really just the power of serving and being aligned with your superpower. So this house has given me a lot of opportunities, but most importantly, it's allowed me to create a space for myself, my friends, and my family. And again, I'm not showing you this to show off, but really to show you that it's possible. And the biggest thing to realize is that if I could accomplish this for being a drug addict, being overweight, lacking confidence, I literally stuttered for the first 20 years of my life. I had a lot of difficulties, but it's never too late to turn things around. So the big vision I had at this house was hosting events and teaching people how to build an online business that really funds your ideal life. And this is one of the first meetings that I had, the Team No Pants Mastermind. And of course, you probably see that big ass lion. And for me, that's my spirit animal, right? What is your spirit animal? The lion for me identifies courage, strength, bravery, and love. In fact, I have a lion tattoo on my right arm. And the biggest thing about it is to remind myself to always take action, to be in a place where I jump off a cliff, build wings on the way down, and at the same time serve at the highest level. Whoever I'm with, if I'm out of a conversation with them, if I'm hosting an event, or if I'm on the train, right? I'm just in a place where how can I serve you? How can I support you? And if I'm just give people love and try to help them, it always comes back to you. And that's the beauty of having a big vision and serving at the highest level. Now, Team No Pants, we call it that because my biggest goal is to help people build a business where pants are optional, okay? So the great thing about it is you could do as you please and live life on your own terms. When you want to wear pants one day, great. If not, hey, it's up to your choice. But the biggest thing is to work from home and not to trade hours for dollars, to be in a place where you're serving at the highest level and at the same time, not so involved with following someone else's rules. So this is the first retreat that I did at my house. And, a lot of these people build very strong businesses, did a lot of great things. And it's interesting because a lot of these events, I created powerful case studies from them, and I'll share what a lot of these people did in their growth and on their journey. And I just started hosting these events, having people facilitate them, being in a place where I brought people together and helped them grow. And they just started growing larger and larger. And, that's the really power of it, where I just love serving people. I do them at my house. I do different themes, boss ladies, boss bros. Here's seminars that I do throughout the year. And my greatest gift and my greatest feeling is to help people at the highest level. And again, I want to show you that this is my ideal life. This is what I wrote down on that paper. And I'm going to talk to you how you could create the same exact thing for yourself based on your big vision. Now, here's one of my great speaking gigs. This was at the High Status Summit. I spoke in front of over 1,000 people. And, being a kid that stuttered, being a kid that lacked confidence and was really lost in life, this allowed me to realize that, wow, anything is possible. And if you have a big enough why, you can make a big enough difference. So when I was first starting my business, I was a personal trainer. And this is me after my big transformation. I lost 60 pounds and I was vowing to help so many people get in the best shape of their lives. And I was in a place where I was very passionate when I was first starting, when I first became a trainer. But I'll be quite honest, my business was a constant struggle because my why was to help people. And over time, over helping people, I was working very, very long hours. I was getting up at 5 a.m., working till 9 p.m., trading hours for dollars. And I was struggling because, when you're training, and especially if you're not getting paid that much, you're doing a lot of work for a little bit of money. So I was struggling to keep people in my business. I was struggling to pay my bills and struggling to keep a positive attitude and not give up. So I was actually a personal trainer for over a decade, working in person. And then, I learned some stuff. I started doing group training. I started leveraging myself. But at the end of the day, it wasn't my passion. And I truly find that we all evolve. My big why was to help people to lose weight, to get in shape. And then over time, my next why was to help people create the online business of their dreams and serve at the highest level. So being stuck as a personal trainer and coaching time for money, I was very, very fearful. And my biggest fear was to become an elderly personal trainer because I was doing it for so long and that's all I knew. I was passionate initially from losing the weight, but then I lost my drive, right? So this gentleman is probably very happy with what he does, and I'm not hating on him in any way, But for me, I was burnt out, I was done, and I had to make a change. So when I was personal training and I was just working on referrals, I didn't have a website. I didn't really know marketing, because I was in a place where I was just serving people, getting them great results, and they were referring people to me. But as you know, it's like feast and famine. 1 month is good, 1 month is bad. So my biggest thing was to hire a coach. At the time, I was reading so many books, watching videos, going to seminars, but I was in a place of analysis paralysis. So I had to really take a big leap and hire a coach. And there was a gentleman named Chris McCombs that I hired, and he helped me tremendously because I knew I wanted to get out of in-person training and go into online coaching. And this was back in 2010. We had a conversation and he said, my coaching is $5,000. And I was scared out of my mind because I never spent that type of money, but also knew that I was getting burnt out training people and the money was going up and down. I don't know, marketing. I wanted to build an online business, and he was very successful as an online coach and an online mentor. So I put the $5,000 on my credit card. It was money I didn't have at the time, and I just took a big leap. And from there, it was so simple, probably the best thing that I ever did. He got me on the phone and he said, AJ, forget about everything you know. You're too smart for your own good. Get out of analysis paralysis and overwhelm and just do these 3 action steps. I said, that's it, just these 3 action steps. I committed. I don't want to look like an idiot losing my $5,000. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do everything I can to implement what this man is telling me. And from there, just took out all out massive action. He said, you got to simplify to multiply. And I started implementing those 3 things very quickly. I started gaining traction, started gaining confidence, having small wins. A week after that, I started making money. And within the first month, I made my $5,000 back. And that's when I found the power of coaching and mentorship, hiring someone who's already done what you want to do to really speed up the process and get there a lot faster. And over time, I hired a lot of different mentors and people that helped me throughout the years. These are some of the people. You may recognize them: Damon John, Brian Tracy, Ariana Huffington, and Joe Polish. I actually joined his mentorship called the 25K group. Why it's called that? Because you got to pay $25,000 to be in there. It was the best mastermind that I was in. At the time, it was around where I was really, really growing my business and getting traction and reinvesting back because I knew the power of my success comes down to the power of my own investment in myself. And inside the group, I heard this great quote that they made a banner for, and it's this: be willing to destroy anything in your life that is not excellent. And that gave me so much insights on finding alignment and just focusing on excellence. And if there's anything in my life that's mediocre or not up to my highest value, I just let it go, right? Letting go is a big theme here, and focusing on the big vision, focusing on that big target that you have. So in all the years, I've invested way over $300,000 in coaches and mentors and programs and certifications. And now I just want to give back what I've learned and my entire learnings and my entire experience, but also working with over 600 coaches and personal trainers over the past 12 years. Now, here is the thing that I want to share with you, my quote on life and how we're going to make the most out of the rest of this presentation. It is to maximize this moment. Now, I have this on my wrist. This is my quote and mantra for life. And your biggest goal is to be in a place where you maximize every single moment, because now is all we have. So can you just feel the present moment? And my biggest way to do this is to not think. It's the hardest thing to do. When you focus on your senses and you just focus on the moment, life becomes easier, things flow and fall into place. And the biggest thing is you absorb a lot more information, right? Because again, focus is our greatest resource. Distraction leads to destruction. So my biggest goal here is to give you everything possible. And thank you for listening to my story and my journey. And obviously I did that for context to kind of show you where I was, where I am now, and how I could serve you at the highest level. And my biggest goal for this entire presentation is to share what I call my online super coach formula that's going to help you make your dreams a reality, make that vision come into your life. And it's really a 5-part formula. Number 1 is being an authority expert. Number 2 is attraction. Number 3 is setting up an automated sales system. Number 4 is converting high-ticket sales. And number 5 is delivering through an online virtual infrastructure. Okay, let's go into number 1, making you the authority expert. Okay, so here's a big question I have. What's the difference between a family doctor and a brain surgeon? The biggest thing is a family doctor is a generalist, a brain surgeon is a specialist, okay? The average family doctor earns 6 figures, while the brain surgeon earns 7 figures. General You can find a family doctor in every zip code. Brain surgeon, you have to be referred, right? There's a whole process of working with a brain surgeon. And obviously that is what you want to do. Make yourself a specialist. And at the same time, focus on a small segment of the market. The riches are in the niches. And I'll share a case story that really shows this in a powerful way. This is my man, Robin Mungle from Canada. He was a very successful personal trainer, had his own studio, was in a place where he really wanted to scale online. He was a, general online fitness coach. I will help you with your weight loss. I'll help you with your muscle building. Too general, let's get more specific. So I said, Robin, who are your best clients that come in to your studio? And he said, hey, I love to work with busy working moms who are entrepreneurs, executives, and CEOs that really are within the ages of 30 to 60. Phenomenal, Robin. That is a solid target market. Let's just focus on that. Craft a program that serves their needs. So he developed a 16-week, $4,000 transformation program for that niche. And from there, he launched it. And here's a screenshot of how well that it did. Not sure if you want to record another coaching workshop, maybe the end of October. Since June, I've been consistent with grossing $20,000 to $30,000 a month, expense around $5,000 a month, been killing it, and you've brought a lot of value and confidence to make it happen. Thanks, AJ. Listen, that is the power of finding your target market and being very, very specific. And if you want to listen to how he did it in specifics, I did a podcast episode with him on my Online Supercoach podcast on iTunes. And like I said, a lot of my students that we have big wins with, I turn them into case studies and I share with the world. Another case study, this is Marsha Mataki. She is based in Australia and she's a life coach. And again, if you're just a life coach, you're a generalist. And we saw that she had a lot of great skills. For a time, she was a single mother. That's a beautiful baby right there. And over time, she said, I want to work with mothers, work with, females and help them glow from within. So we developed a specific online life coaching program, leverage her skills, develop a course for her, and really focus on specifically helping a target demographic, right? And in a short amount of time, she's a massive action taker. She had a huge win in just 1 week and just defining her target market, finding her superpower, and finding a new person to be a hero to. Here's her big win that she shared. I set a goal in the beginning of the week to make $20,000 by Sunday. It's Sunday here in Australia. I made $14,496.84. So unfortunately, I hit my goal, but I'm glad I said it because it pushed me. And that's the power of setting a goal far beyond what you want, right? If you shoot for the moon, you'll hit the stars. And it's all about her finding her superpower, finding who she wants to be a hero to, and serving them at the highest level. So I want to help you do the same thing, get really clear on your target market, make you an authority. And the big question is, what is your superpower? What is your innate gift? Because once you figure this out, we get clear on your target market and then figure out how to position you as the expert in a specialization. Okay? So let's start with this question on finding your superpower. What pain do you want to heal in the world? Is it obesity, depression, helping people with a bad sex life, right? The bigger the pain, the bigger the payment. If you think about the pain a janitor solves, right? It's a bad pain, but most people could become a janitor. Most people could perform that. Look at the pain that Elon Musk solves, right? With Tesla, SpaceX, Solar City. He wants to send people to Mars and colonize a new planet. He's got some big goals. He's solving a lot of pain. And that is why he's, worth, 50, 60 billion dollars. And the bigger the pain, the bigger the payment. So think about the pain that people are dealing with that you want to eradicate. That's your big why. And then from there, you got to figure out who you want to be a hero to. You have the amazing superpower, but who do you want to serve? Who's your ideal client? And the more you get clear on your avatar and who you want to be a hero to, from there, the business becomes so much easier because every single message, every single video, every single post talks to this one person and you draw them in. If you try to help everyone, you help nobody. So get really clear on your target avatar, the person you want to be a hero to. What are their demographics, the market, competitors, their unmet needs? What is their identity? How do they view themselves? And what, most importantly, what are their fears, frustrations, wants, and aspirations, okay? And the best thing you can do is give them a name. Give them a name of someone maybe you worked with before, your best client, your ideal client, and then from there, only talk to them. So whenever I do a video, I only talk to my ideal client. I mention their name, I visualize them, and then I create my video. Because I don't want to talk to everyone. I want to talk to the person I want to be a hero with. And it's really, really simple because marketing is all about entering the conversations in your prospects' minds, talking about their fears, frustrations, wants, and aspirations. And let's do another exercise so you can get really excited on what is possible. Let's hit a goal of your ideal income. And this is something you do on your own. Again, just write down a piece of paper on your notepad. What is your current monthly income? And how much would you like to earn with online coaching? Okay. Let's say your monthly income is $5,000 a month. You want to earn $50,000 a month. That is cool. And that's a part of creating your vision. And obviously, we're going to talk about how to break it down and different ways to accomplish it. And most importantly, where do you want it to be? Because there's so many different ways to go about this. Even for a lot of my students, let's say they're scared to charge a lot of money. So they do a beta program. Let's say on the low end, they charge $1,000 for a 12-week program just to test it out and just to get out into the market. And the very simplicity of having a $1,000 online program, having a marketing system that sells 2 programs a week, you're very easy making $8,000 to $10,000 a month. And that's a solid 6-figure business. Obviously, if you charge more, you grow your income a lot faster. And it's all about getting clear on the transformation, the pain you want to heal, and the person you want to serve. So I want to show you what is possible in a short amount of time because I did this exercise at one of my retreats. And this is one of my students named Erin. And she did this exercise. And, she was a mortgage broker at the time, earning quite a great income. She's in her 40s, was doing about $20,000 a month in the mortgage industry, wanted to build something that was more fulfilled with her big dream, with her big passion. And from there, we got her to launch an online coaching business, a little bit of life coaching and wellness and just serving people at the highest level. So coming back from the retreat, she's like, I want to hit $10,000 a month with my online coaching business. If I do that, I'll be very happy. I'll be very fulfilled. So cool, Erin. Let's focus on $10,000 in the next 30 days. I believe she's selling a $1,000 program at the time. All you got to do is focus on selling 2 to 3 programs a week, and you'll easily hit your goal. So after a week of doing this superhero video series, which is a great way of getting leads and announcing your new program into the world, she unfortunately got fired from her job for posting the online videos. They called her in and said, Erin, you're not allowed to post these videos, not allowed to promote your own business. You work for us. You were fired. So after she got fired, her back was against the wall. She called me up, really upset, really nervous, and said, I really got to make this work. I can't just, go out there and depend on this mortgage company. I just got to make it work. Just let's push, let's go as hard as possible. And then from there, she actually changed her offer. And she obviously had more time being unemployed to focus more on the business and give her all to it. So we set up larger and larger packages, and she went super hard for the next 30 days. And what do you think she did in a 30-day period? What do you think she accomplished? All right, take a guess. How much? 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. What do you think? Here's a text that she sent me. So she made $58,000 in 30 days. Again, this is what's possible, and that's why I want to show you and suspend disbelief. Again, I'm not here to show off my clients. My biggest goal here is to show you that it's possible, and if you have a big vision and the right systems, you can make it a reality. And again, I'm not going to go into detail with all the specifics. I did a podcast with Erin. It's on my Super Coach show, and she shared exactly what she did to get to where she is today, and now she's doing quite well. She's a best-selling author. She does her own seminars, and she doesn't work for anyone. She works for herself. Team No Pants, making a massive difference in the marketplace. So the big question is this: what is your why? Right? For her, she had all of her focus and everything set. She was all in on the online business. Her back was against the wall. She needed money to pay her bills, feed her family. But what's your big why? Why are you here? All right. And what do you want to do? Who do you want to serve? When you get clear on that, most importantly, teach you how to crack the code to wealth. Because my biggest thing that I want to give people growing up very poor, being in a lot of pain, just being lost, being an addict, stuttering, overcoming all these challenges, I want to help people find their superpower and create abundance. In fact, I have this on my car. This is my license plate. This is my dream car that I got after moving into my dream house. And I just want to be a representation for people to accomplish all their goals. I want to help 1 million people discover their superpower and build their dream online coaching business around their lifestyle. Because the biggest problem that I see is that most people don't know what their superpower is. And once they activate it, things just fall into place and they could really communicate in a way that people see their value. And again, the other benefit about this car, right? It's a Bentley, so it attracts a lot of attention and it's actually paid for itself. Not gonna lie, because I get stopped when I go to the gym, when I go shopping, they say, wow, what do you do for a living? And what does superpower mean? Great. And I go into my messaging and oftentimes I introduce my coaching program and invite them to my seminar or my mastermind or sell them a course. And from there, they become a client. So that's the power of marketing and talking about your why everywhere that you go. I actually wear a lot of t-shirts that say online super coach. It says, let me find your superpower. And it creates good conversation because the biggest thing is that most online coaching businesses struggle to talk about what they have to offer. But we have a process that clarifies your message so your business starts growing again. And once you have an aligned offer, everything falls into place. This is the one thing that we work on with my students because your aligned offer is the thing that grows your business. I'm a man of simplicity with my online fitness business, LifeStyle Fitness. I have one main offer that I've scaled to $1 million, right? So it's one lead source, one conversion system, one main offer, okay? And from there, it's so simple. With my online super coach business, I have one main offer that's distributed in a lot of different ways, one-to-one, one-to-many, automated, but that main offer helped that business grow to $1 million in less than 1 year because it's super simple once you dial in your aligned offer. And the real thing is when it comes to business, every level has a new devil. So if you can see this chart over here, it goes into the scales of businesses and what I help people accomplish. Took a sip of water. Nice and refreshed. So most businesses are at startup, $0 to $5,000. That's where they're surviving, exhausted, and worries, and they don't know their why. Then you go to grow up, $5,000 to $10,000. You're stable but uncertain. You want to know how to get to the next level. $10,000 to $20,000 is team up. Okay, you have a team. You're stable but frustrated, and you're saving money, but you don't know who to hire and how to get to the next level. Then you have scale up, 20 to 50,000. You have a team, you're deploying systems, you're accomplished but unclear, but you don't know where you want to go. The highest level of online coaching is the legacy, where you feel a lot of pride, you're reaping, and most importantly, you're just doing two things on a daily basis, right? This is from $50,000 and up. I have some students that have earned upwards of hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I'm going to share with you how I taught them how to do that. But they're just doing two main things, and this is what, say, a coach like Tony Robbins does, okay? What does Tony Robbins do? What does Oprah do? What are these icons at the legacy phase that are making over $50,000 a month do with their business? Well, they're just very simply performing and publishing podcasts, performing on podcasts, publishing books, information products, and performing at seminars, performing coaching, serving at the highest level. So if you're just performing and publishing, you're taking all of your information and experience and selling it into a program. And the more that your opportunities increase, the more your capabilities increase, okay? So what I mean by that is once you add more capabilities, learning how to attract, sell, and serve, then you have a lot more opportunities, because what held me back for a long time was not understanding marketing. And a big capability that I came to, let's say within the online fitness industry when I was first starting out, at first I was an online fitness coach that marketed himself. The whole game changed when I became a marketer who sells online fitness coaching, because marketing allows you to generate leads all day long. Sales allows you to convert them. And then when you have systems that serve at the highest level, you move along a lot faster. So the big goal is to build simple systems. You want to manage systems and procedures and not people, right? So the big thing I teach is how to have a high profit, low expense business. And I don't have a big team. I have about 5 people that work for me, and they're all virtual. They're all remote. But a big part of my team is this lovely woman here. Her name is SJ. She's in the Philippines. She's my virtual assistant. And I'm going to teach you how to get your own virtual assistant using my program, using my system. And literally, you know, she works super hard. She does a great job, and I pay her a fraction of what I pay here in the USA. She does everything for me: customer service, builds websites, edits videos. I mean, I just have, tasks throughout the day. She does, 30 to 40 hours a week in the Philippines, doing all this work, allowing me to focus on my superpower. Her superpower is to be a world-class administrator, and mine is to serve people and perform and publish. So once I got her, I started building an online coaching business, leveraged my expertise, served 1,000 clients, where I could only do 12 to 15 per day at the most, even with group training, group coaching. But I learned how to make insanely good money, and I grew fast and I grew smart. And the biggest thing here is to work hard once. I stopped selling stuff and I started selling systems. You set up a system, you automate it, and then from there, you don't need as many high-ticket clients. Again, when you charge higher ticket, right, upwards of $5,000 to $10,000 eventually, from there, you could move along a lot faster, increase your profits, and lower your expenses with ease. And the three parts that we're going to get into now is leads, sales, and fulfillment. So let's talk about leads. Obviously, the best way to get leads is to have an aligned offer and sell what you love. There's only three ways to get clients online. That's positioning, using free marketing, paid marketing, and partnerships. And the best way to position yourself as a highly paid expert is this quote right here. Needing nothing attracts everything. If you know that you get people results and you're not needy, you're in a place where you know your authority, you believe in yourself, people believe in you as well. In order to sell anything, first, you must sell yourself on yourself and your program. And obviously, when you're in a place where you get results, you get referrals, you get higher retention, but most importantly, the results speak for themselves. They become your best marketing. And that's what I believe. And that's why I love serving people at the highest level. So one thing that I highly recommend, and this is something I want to help you get by the end of this presentation, is setting up an authority website where it is full of ways of adding value, showing your results, and being in a place where you have different type of lead magnets. Some people are what I call a red lead. They want to watch a webinar, go through a free challenge, watch some testimonials. They want to know, like, and trust you until they buy. And someone's a green light where they want to buy immediately. They've watched your videos, seen your podcast, or they're in a place of deep pain and they want to jump into your program. So I have hundreds of results and video testimonials on my websites. And this is my best marketing because people just watch a few of these. They read the results, they watch a video, and then they say, you know what? I want to hire you. I want to buy from you. And it's so much easier once you can show proof. There on the top right, you see Erin. How she basically got into scaling to $58,000 in 1 month. And when it comes to social media, free marketing, I'm going to show you how to get leads and not likes, because it's all about staying in your content marketing focus, finding your sweet spot. So most importantly, here's a big question. What do you love learning about? What legacy do you want to leave? And most importantly, the two questions that we discussed: who do you want to be a hero to, and what pain do you want to heal? And that's why I use the peanut butter, because it's so mouth-watering. So I would like for you to take a screenshot or a photo of the next slide, because these are great questions on finding your sweet spot, talking about the things that make you very unique and make you stand out from the competition. Take a screenshot when you get a chance, or go back on this part of the replay and just answer these questions in your own time to come up with great ideas for your content. And next up, let's talk about your content marketing framework. You want to go into problem, process, and call to action. So whenever I create content on social media or to my email list, I focus on a problem that my target market is facing. I go through a process that will help them tremendously, and I use a call to action to get them to the next level. Like this post, comment below, go to this website, book a call. And when you have a process, if you can show proof and type of evidence, like I said, I'm a big believer in having testimonials and screenshots. Here is a problem that I want to solve for you. Here's a process on how to do it. And here's a call to action. It'll allow you to get more leads and not likes. Let's talk about fitness, for example. So I'm going to create a 1-minute video. Do you have trouble with your belly fat? If so, I have a powerful vacuum process that allows you to lose belly fat without going to the gym and without changing your nutrition plan. Like this video and I'll message you my vacuum stomach shrinking process, okay? The people that like it, raising their hands, have a belly fat problem. Then when you go into the process, You're showing some proof. Maybe you talk about a client who lost 2 inches using the vacuum. And then the call to action, they like the video. You send them a short video, maybe showing them stomach vacuums or showing them a way on how to do it. You talk about the what and the why, but the how is to set up a coaching call with you where you can sell them your online coaching program on how to reduce your stomach belly fat. And most importantly, there's 3 ways to create content. You have video, audio, and text. So let's say if you do video content, you do videos on Facebook and YouTube, audio, you have a podcast, and text, you have a book. I'm a big believer in being omnipresent, being in a place where you have content to generate leads through video, through audio, through text. The great thing about video is the fact that you can repurpose it. You can strip down the audio, put it on a podcast, transcribe the text, put it into a book, email, post. So I like to create a lot of videos. Some days I'll create 5 to 6 videos a week, and I'll post a video a day. I like to do short 1-minute videos because they're good to use on Instagram and other platforms. And people have very short attention spans. So the first 7 seconds, you want to capture their attention with the problem, go through a process, and go through a simple call to action that takes me to the next level. So in 2013, I wrote my first book. I wrote this in 30 days because I'm a sucky typer. Instead of writing it, I talked it. I talked 10 minutes a day, transcribed it, and turned it into a book, sent it to an editor, and they published it. This book got me a ton of opportunities, built a ton of leads, and that is why I highly recommend you write a book. This is my most recent book called Mastering Your Inner Game, and I have all my students write a book literally over a 2-day process. I help them to really figure out the outline. I have a killer outline. They have a turbo speed writing process or speed talking process. You just talk, answering the questions in the outline, and then you send it to my editor. We publish it as a book. So at the time of this recording, I helped 50 of my students become best-selling authors, and the book is used as a powerful lead generation machine, okay? The goal is to not make money off the book, but get them to read the book, make you an authority, take their attention for 3 to 5 hours, and then upsell them into the coaching program. The other great way is that a book is never thrown out. I just give them away. A lot of times I'll do a free plus shipping offer, we'll get into in a second, where someone pays for the shipping, they get the book, but obviously you have different upsells to get them to the next level. So if you not have had a book or you're creating a new business or transitioning, the best thing you can do is write a book. I'm actually working on my 3rd book right now for a new idea that I have. And again, I'm going to just use it to get a ton of leads. You can literally get thousands of leads from a single book. And nowadays, books don't have to be that long, right? You can literally have 10,000 words for a book. The shorter, the better in this short attention span day that we're in. Next up, we have a podcast. So I mentioned I launched my podcast many years ago, and I have a lot of my students' case studies on there. I've interviewed, I think, 200 episodes so far. And this is what I recommend too. As you're creating content, you just have great conversations, record them, put a podcast. And again, if you want to get more details, a lot of my students' case studies, if you go on iTunes, you could find it on there. Check it out. We're going into more details on how you could utilize what they did to change your life. And the big thing here is that sometimes a podcast could get thousands of downloads a month. Mine's have had upwards of 20,000 downloads in 30 days. And 20,000 downloads is 20,000 people that are knowing you, liking you, trusting you, and then investing in you. So the great thing about a podcast is you really get out there, and at the same time, you help a lot of people. One of my students, Ken, he launched a podcast and did really well for him. He's in Australia, and he's from down under, helps men and dad bods, just really get into the best shape of their life, very specific target market. Here's a big win that he shared with me. On track to do a lazy $200,000 in the next 6 months because of 10X. That's my online coaching program. Have to get you a drink and say thanks. You were the man. Happy for you. And then he went into detail on how he scaled $200,000. Again, I did a podcast with him about the whole process. And the biggest thing that you could learn from all of these examples is that people don't buy coaching. They buy coaches. They're buying your personality, your sense of humor, everything about you that is special. That's why I started doing stand-up comedy. It's my first open mic night every year. I commit myself to doing stand-up comedy because it opens up my range to be creative and help more people, right? I don't think I'm a naturally funny person, but this scares the shit out of me and at the same time forces me to show my personality, and at the same time my videos, my seminars, my webinars, everything that I publish, my performance becomes a lot better. So paid leads, you can use Facebook, Google, Bing, email drops, direct mail, commercials. Here's one of my all-star students who's now on my team, Tyler Kelly. He's the master of paid marketing. At the age of 24, he's doing $20,000 to $30,000 per month. And again, he mastered the free plus shipping offer. He wrote a book called The Logical Lifestyle, turned that into a free plus shipping paid traffic lead generation system. $20,000 to $30,000 a month, at the age of 24 is very, very impressive. Here he is buying his dream car. And from there, bought his first house and was able to buy his father a brand new car. He actually did this at the age of 23, bought his dad a brand new car. And this is all a result of building his dream online coaching business, writing his book, and building a free plus shipping offer. And the biggest thing for you is to suspend your disbelief. We're now going to go into the last and final part, that is high ticket sales. If you want to sell a $5,000 program, $50,000 program, this is the exact process to use to get it done. So let's talk about an automated sales system. Who wants to sell $5,000, $10,000, $25,000 programs, right? The simplest way to do it is use your marketing to warm people up from a 1 to 10. 1 is, who the hell are you? 10 is, here's my money. So the marketing does the heavy lifting, and it gets people to know, like, and trust you. I want to share with you a process that has worked extremely well in terms of warming people up and making sales very quickly. Here are my two students, Brian and Kerry. I worked with them in the past, and they had a huge, huge win. They became best-selling authors, helped them launch their books, warm people up. They scaled from 6 to 7 figures, and now they're upwards to the 8-figure mark, running a $10 million business, doing well for themselves, became international legends and life coaches. Again, they're not just life coaches, but they focus on a specific niche in the life coaching arena. Here's the win Kerry had. AJ and I have been working together for 2 weeks, and that's it. My life has changed. I've landed over $18,000 in sales in 3 days, plus a $6,000 private client this week. So from 6 to 7 to 8 figures, I'm going to share with you the exact sales process that got them there. But first and foremost, what does sales mean to you? Keep this in mind. The more you pay, the more you paid attention, okay? I never try to sell. I show people how to get them results in advance, and then they ask me to help them, right? I'm giving you a lot of results, right? If you want to work together, there's a link below. Click it. We can have a conversation, see if I can help you. If not, totally cool. I just want to give you as much value as possible and serve you at the highest level. Most people that I get on a sales call with and have on a webinar, I help them so much that they ask me to help them. And the best thing you do in the call is control the frame. In the beginning of the call, he's asked 2 simple questions. Why now and why me? You come right to the chase, makes you immediate authority. Is it a sooner or a later problem? Someone says, I want to solve this 6 months from now. I say, great, call me back in 6 months. Because right now, I want to help you and serve you, but there's no urgency. You're just price shopping. You're not serious. I want to deal with serious people. And once they tell me why now and why me, why are we talking right now? Why do they pick me? We go into the 5 whys. And the goal here is to trigger pain and offer a solution. Get them so thirsty that they feel severely dehydrated, and your offer is an ice cold glass of water, okay? Great example here. A woman says, I want to lose weight. Why do you want to lose weight? Well, I want to lose 20 pounds. Why do you want to lose 20 pounds? Well, I feel like my husband is staring at other women and not giving me the right attention. Why does it bother you that your husband is staring at other women? Well, it's because I feel that I'm not sexy, and we're at the beach, she's looking at a woman's ass, and I feel so out of shape. We haven't had sex in 6 months. Whoa, okay. Now we get to the core of the problem. Why do you feel you're lacking confidence? Why do you feel unsexy? And now what could we do to get you to the next level? You keep on asking why until they want to buy. Simple as that. Most people have a surface level problem. You want to get deep into the core of the problem. And that's when I go into the Dan Sullivan question, one of my mentors. He says, if we met here 3 months from today, looking back, what has to have happened during that period for you to be happy about your progress? Simple as that. The big goal of the Dan Sullivan question is to get people to create their vision, to get clear on what they want to do, and then you go into the lovely action plan question. Once they tell you the big vision, what they want to do 3 months from today, out of curiosity, since you know yourself better than anyone else, what do you need? Resources, tools, coaching to help accomplish your goals. They tell you exactly what they need, and obviously go into your program to give them exactly what they need to accomplish their goals. Most people think about their problem all day long. They'll tell you the exact things and you say it in their own words, in their own tone. So let's say with online coaching, well, I need mindset, I need accountability, I need the tools and the systems. Great. So you see, you need mindset, accountability, tools, and the system. That's exactly what I offer in my program to help you create that vision. And here's how the process works, and here's the investment. And most times, if people want to invest, it's super simple. They'll say yes. If they say no, be prepared for the objection. What's the biggest objection? Selling a $5,000 program. I don't have the money. Well, if money was not an option, would you still continue? Absolutely. Great. So there's a program called PayPal Credit. If you don't have the money, you could finance this over 6 months. So PayPal Credit is a program from PayPal. It's phenomenal. Allows you to sell high-ticket programs where PayPal gives you the money immediately, and they could finance it through PayPal over a 6-month period without interest. So whenever I'm on a call and people, they go through all the objections, they don't have the money, I go into this website, onlinesupercoach.com/credit, and offer them PayPal credit to get to the next level. And the whole thing is you do it in a way where you say, is it the program or the investment? If they say it's the investment, well, if we get interest-free finance, will that work for you? Okay. Another great website that does that charges a little bit of interest is cabbage.com. Okay. So again, these are great strategies that you could use to really take your business to the next level. But most importantly, these are just things that I've used throughout all the people that I've coached and tools that'll help you serve more people and work on it. If you don't have the money right now, you could work on financing it and selling higher ticket programs over a longer period. Because the biggest thing is you want to get them the result, you want to serve them, and they can work on paying it over a long period of time. And that's why I love my clients, right? My biggest thing is to take them up the ladder, and I want to help take you up the ladder because mentorship is my superpower. So going up, we have, again, the startup all the way to the legacy, and every level is a new devil, and I've helped get myself up to the top and help many of my students. And I want to help you develop your aligned offer. So I'm going to go through the whole scale up to legacy phase with a few quick screenshots and case studies. My man Jamond, here's what he did in 30 days. This is not a late night booty call. Happy as hell to inform you that I pulled 18,600 strictly online. Bam. This is the first 30 days of his online program. My girl Celeste Rains Turk, she came to me at 18 years old. And once she figured out her ideal client, she actually launched a podcast called Confessions of a Bikini Professional, wrote a book. And here's what she did at the age of 19, $30,000 in 4 weeks. And at the bottom, you could read, every client was aligned for and they fit the alignment perfectly. You're able to track what you desire when you put the work in. Beautiful. One of my friends and students, Sterling, he basically came to me where he was struggling as a personal trainer, actually sold his car to invest in my program. And since then, he's doing great things. Was literally homeless for some time, made it work. Sold his first package within my program, $4,500 over the phone in one day. Started to build his income, started to build his money back. And over time, he just grew his business to 6 figures. And now he is basically doing quite well. Send me this text. Happy to tell you that I closed 3 deals this week, $66,000. Wow, what a difference from being homeless to making that type of income. And now he has his own online coaching business, helping personal trainers. And I'm all about abundance. I'm happy for him. We became good friends, but it's crazy to go from being homeless to a self-made millionaire in a short amount of time. And at the same time, he's in a place where he's creating abundance for other people. And that's what I love. I don't believe in competition. I believe in collaboration. Here's another one of my $1 million students, Jono from Australia. He was in 2 of my programs and transitioned into my high-level program, making $1 million within his business, became a 7-figure legacy entrepreneur. And all of these people that went up the scales will teach you this. The secret of entrepreneurship is jumping off a cliff and building wings on the way down. So now you got to take a big leap. Now you got to jump to the next level. So the question is this: what's your current monthly income and where do you want to be with online coaching? Has it changed since you saw these case studies and all these different stories of people growing and scaling? Again, where do you want to be? What was your income last month? And most importantly, what's the impact? How much is it costing you not to handle this? The cost of staying where you are is far more expensive than the investment, okay? if you want to earn $10,000 a month, it's costing you $10,000 a month not to fix this problem, right? 120,000 in 1 year if you don't take action. So I'm going to help you get off the roller coaster. And the obvious question is this: would you like to follow a formula that works every time? Because you can do it slow or fast. Would you like to take the shortcut, get the entire system to grow your ideal online coaching business? How did I learn? Invested a lot of time and energy, invested over $300,000, took the best of the best to build the perfect system. A simple formula that will blow your mind. I'll share everything that I've learned, done for you out of the box. I'm a believer in giving you 80% done for you templates so you can move along a lot faster, so you can model what works. I've used it personally, and my students have earned collectively millions of dollars with these proven and tested templates. Now, how can you use my online coaching system to create a six-figure income with low stress? That's a big question. Here's what it is: a complete and proven online coaching system with implementation, tools, and templates, right? Giving you all the systems, all the processes, and keeping in mind it is not for everyone. Who this is for? It's action takers, people committed to helping others on a larger scale and outside their local area. Who it's not for? Unethical, lazy people who don't take action. So now is the time to take the big leap. So what I do have to offer you is a 3-month commitment-based, results-based program. If you don't get results, you don't have to continue. Simple as that, right? I'm a big believer in helping you get to your goals. And if you don't get there, we're going to work until we get there, no matter what. So my biggest goal is to take you up the scale. If you're in startup, if you want to break $10,000 or eventually get to $100,000, I have all the tools and the templates to get you there. And if all this package did was give you a kick in the butt to finally get you started, would it be worth it? Make you $5,000 to $10,000 in online income. Would it be worth it? What is one client worth for you? 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 or more? And how much would you pay to get one client per day? If you sell one online program at $5,000, would it make sense to pay me $5,000 one time to set this entire system up with you? Then every sale past that is pure profit, along with swiping all of my systems so you don't have to waste your time or energy building your own. You'll be able to generate online income in less than 30 days. So right now you have to make a choice to learn an automated and predictable system, fully booked with high-end clients, and most importantly, change lives. And here's how we'll do it. My biggest goal is to give you the entire system so you just work hard once, automate it, set it, and forget it, okay? There goes my line right there. That's the big goal. Attract, sell, and serve, and then automate the entire process because you get the exact system so my students have used to build multiple $100,000 per year businesses, fully booked with online clients all around the world, all while delivering massive value to the marketplace and creating their ideal freedom-based life at the same time. So if you are an action taker, dedicated to growing a six-figure online income and becoming an expert authority, then this is designed for you. And all I ask are these 3 requirements. One last thing: you got to be quick to implement, quick to ask for help, and quick to share. These are the 3 qualities of do well in this program. I'm all about getting communication and feedback and making it better and better with you, sharing and asking for help along the way. And here's what I'm doing right now. I'm taking 10 new students for a new case study program that I created. And the biggest goal here is to make you one of my success stories, the ones that I shared here on my podcast. I want to make you one of them. And it's super duper simple. In order to qualify, you must fit these criterias. You're already getting results for people. You make at least $1,000 a month in total income. You're willing to share your testimonial after the program's over, and you invest in themselves and has a budget for online business expenses. Most importantly, in order to qualify, you must keep a secret. This is the 5th requirement because I'm going to be sharing with you stuff that I've never shared before to get to the next level. So this is a new case study program. Keep in mind, it is not free. There's an investment required. And if you want to find out more about it, click on the link below and you will get a new formula that will help you add an extra $10,000 to $20,000 per month with your online coaching business. So all you got to do is go to the link down below, click on it, or this website if you're driving, onlinesupercoach.com/call, and you'll get all the information. We'll set up a quick 11-minute call to see if or how it can help you if you qualify for the case study program. We want to make you a case study, get you to the next level, and really help you scale your business to attract, sell, and serve with your superpower. So again, my name is AJ Mirzad. Much love, much appreciation. Book the call. We'll talk. and will get you to the next level, create your life vision, attract, sell, and serve with your superpower, and make a massive dent in the universe.